Presiding over this evening's commencement ceremony is UCR's Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor, Cynthia K. Larive.
Good evening, graduates, parents, family members, friends, and distinguished guests. Welcome to the University of California, Riverside's 65th commencement. To begin this ceremony, please rise for the national anthem. Please take your seats. As we begin this ceremony, we would like to respectfully acknowledge our responsibility to the original and current caretakers of this land, water, and air, the Cahuilla, Tongva, Luiseno, and Serrano peoples. Today, this meeting place is home to many indigenous peoples from all over the world. We are grateful to have the opportunity to live and work on these homelands. Now, I would like to introduce those members of the university leadership not coming to the podium this evening. Please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Education, Ravi Ravishankar. Associate Dean for Student Academic Affairs, Marco Princevac. Associate Dean for Academic Personnel, Jay Farrell. Academic Senate Vice Chair, John Chiaffi. ACE Fellow, Office of the Provost, Elizabeth Heiss. Associate Vice Chancellor and Chief Diversity Officer, Miriam Lamb. University Librarian, Stephen Mandeville Gamble. Associate Provost, Ken Barronclaw. Vice Provost and Dean of Undergraduate Education, Jennifer Brown. Vice Provost of International Affairs, Kalechi Kalu. Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Brian Haynes. Vice Chancellor for Planning, Budget, and Administration, Jerry Bomati. Vice Chancellor for University Advancement, Peter Hayashida. I would also like to introduce the Faculty Marshal for this ceremony, Dr. Kelly Barasanti, Assistant Professor of Chemical and Environmental Engineering. Would the faculty members present please rise so we can recognize you? I would also like to introduce the Student Marshal for this ceremony, Daniel Murphy Gonzalez. We also have a representative of the undergraduate student body with us this evening. Will the representative from the Associated Students of UCR please rise? Thank you all for joining us for this celebration. Now, graduates, today is your day. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff of UC Riverside, I extend my warmest congratulations to you, the class of 2019. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 9th Chancellor of the UC Riverside, Kim A. Wilcox.
Congratulations, class of 2019. Class of 2019. It says something about the collective, that this is a special group who happened to be at UCR at the same time and got to this point at the same time. But it doesn't capture the differences, the uniquenesses among all of the participants who make up that class of 2019. Each of you came here with your own history, your own personality, your own style, and you each came and got your own education. Even those that might have taken the very same classes as someone else got a different education. You thought about the lectures in a different way. You got different results in the lab than the other person. You did different things outside of class, different events, different organizations, different activities that made your time here special. But all of those individual specialities together makes a great class of 2019. People refer to universities as alma maters, the nourishing mother of your education and your acquisition of knowledge. And so, from now on, UCR is your alma mater. When you look at your diploma on the wall, it'll be your name, and underneath, University of California, Riverside. When somebody Googles your name, they'll see your name, and then 2019, University of California, Riverside. That's the connection, and it's there forever. Now, so we're not really a family, but we're kind of like a set of relations here. And in a typical family, there's some assumptions. Assumptions are you're all different, and you accept the differences, you have each other's backs, and you have kind of a promise to each other to help each other out. And try not to embarrass each other, but to make each other proud. And that's the same promise that we have now. Here at the university, our promise is to keep making you proud. Every year, every day, we're going to make this university better so that when you look at the wall or when somebody Googles your name, they say, oh, University of California, Riverside. Oh, wow. That's our promise to you. And we expect, like any family, that you'll do your part and make us proud. And I have no doubt that the things you're going to do from here forward are going to make your alma mater proud. I'm excited to see what those things are and look forward to every day from now on and see what happens from and with and to the class of 2019. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Wilcox. Our next participant represents the alumni of the University of California, Riverside. Brian Hawley serves on the Dean's Council of Advisors for the Marlan and Rosemary Bourns College of Engineering and is the chair-elect of the UCR Foundation Board of Trustees. He graduated from UCR in 1990 with a bachelor's degree in computer science and went on to earn his master's degree in computer science in 1991. Brian is the Chief Technology Officer and Chairman of Luminex, a mainframe data solutions company based in Riverside. I'm pleased to present Mr. Brian Hawley to provide remarks on behalf of all UCR alumni.
On behalf of the UCR Alumni Association, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome our graduates of the class of 2019 to the Alumni Network of the fastest rising ranked university in America. As dedicated and successful UC Riverside students, you helped us to get there. You are joining a robust community that is more than 115,000 strong. It's a young and vibrant community that seeks to empower the next generation of students and alumni. With your degree completed, you are about to embark on the next steps in your personal journey. Take a moment to pause and celebrate your tremendous accomplishment. While you may not recall the words spoken here today, always remember the sense of pride that you're feeling right now. Staying connected to UCR and each other helps you as you move to the next phase of your personal and professional lives, and will help the UCR Riverside students that follow in your footsteps. With your support, UCR can continue its upward momentum, improving education and growing our regional and global impact. When the trajectories of our students improve, everyone benefits. And new alumni like you help make that happen. Congratulations, class of 2019. Welcome to the alumni family.
Thank you, Mr. Hawley. I now invite Dean Christopher Lynch of the Marlan and Rosemary Bourns College of Engineering to the podium.
Thank you, Provost Larive. Since our founding in 1989, the Marlan and Rosemary Bourns College of Engineering has become nationally ranked and internationally renowned. Today, you join the ranks of more than 7,200 alumni who have walked across this stage and earned engineering degrees. This esteemed group of BCOE graduates is solving important problems, launching successful companies, leading industry, pioneering new advancements in science, and educating the next generation of engineers in labs and classrooms around the world. Graduates like Isaac Saldana, Tim Jenkins, and Jose Lopez, 3 BCOA alumni who met here as students and went on to found a company that was acquired last year for $3 billion. Or Shah Selba, a fellow at National Geographic, exploring the world as a conservation technologist. Or more recently, Jasmine Marino, who worked on the Mars rover at NASA's JPL and is now earning her master's degree. Today marks a special day for all of us. Today is your graduation, and today is my first commencement celebration as your dean. Since Since my first day on the job at UCR, I've had the pleasure of meeting people instrumental to the success of BCOE. People like Susan Hackwood, the college's founding dean, the Bourns family, for whom our college is named, Winston Chung, who supported our battery research for nearly a decade, and today's keynote speaker, David Tsai, whose family has supported our college both inside and outside the classroom, and there are many more. Today, just as we celebrate your achievements, we also celebrate those of our college. BCOE is among the top 50 public engineering colleges in the country and is one of the top 5 Hispanic-serving public engineering research institutions in the nation. Thanks to the support of our donors, we more than doubled the number of students who received engineering scholarships this year, and were able to support students' innovative ideas and projects like never before. I'm a product of the very same University of California system that will be granting your diplomas today. Some of you may be first-generation college students, transfer students, single parents, maybe even working multiple jobs to make ends meet. You have all taken different paths to get to this point, but it's time to turn our focus from the past and on to what all of you will achieve in the future. As you leave campus today, know that the college is continuing to change as well, and our future is bright. Soon, we will launch a new robotics program, and our capabilities in such popular programs as data science, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and sustainability, among others, will continue to grow to meet the world's demands. Let us not say goodbye, but see you later. I hope to see you all back on campus as guest speakers to our future students, supporting our student organizations on their projects, and mentoring the next generation of engineers. Wherever your adventure takes you next, take notice that people know and respect BCOE. Our outstanding educational curriculum, highly recognized research program, and established corporate and international partnerships make the Marlan and Rosemary Bourns College of Engineering a place you can be immensely proud to call your alma mater. Congratulations on your achievements, and I wish you all the best in your next steps as engineers. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Crystal Alvarez. I'm gonna talk about you first. Oh, okay. Please. Crystal's a mechanical engineering major and a scholar with the University of California's Leadership Excellence through Advanced Degrees program. She's also a transfer student who attended Chaffee Community College as an honors student. Since transferring to UCR, her research in the antibacterial properties of zinc oxide nanoparticles and laser effects has led her to present at state and international conferences and symposia. Crystal's been involved at the leadership level in student organizations, including the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. She has also served as a transfer student mentor at Highlander Day and community college visits with Bourns Transfer Transition Program. This summer, she'll begin a PhD program in mechanical engineering right here at UCR.
Thank you, Dean Lynch. Good afternoon, Highlanders, faculty, staff, and family. Highlanders, life is a roller coaster, and a few years ago, we climbed aboard one named BCOE. At times, it was thrilling and fun. We shared laughs and shed tears. Today, we reached the highest and best point of the roller coaster, the drop before the stop. BCOE is a college full of opportunity. The moment we came to UCR, our email inboxes were full of research openings, job postings, outreach opportunities, you name it. These opportunities broaden our experiences here, and it's because of that communication that I got involved in research, the Transfer Transition Program, and student organizations. Opportunities come from people who want to help us succeed, people like Lupe Ruiz. She works tirelessly to manage the engineering transfer program, oversees 20+ student organizations, and helps students develop professional skills, as she did with me. Or our fellow scholars, postdocs, faculty, and others, who help us share our stories and research at conferences, as I experienced. The Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers boosted my confidence, and serving as a transfer peer mentor gave me a family of peers I never knew could have existed. As I stand here today, I'm reminded of all the wonderful people I've met and the journey we've shared as student engineers. What if I didn't study enough for finals? How do I juggle a family and my degree? What if I have to miss class to work and pay the rent? One story sticks out in my mind. A friend of mine received the wonderful news that she would be starting a family a year after transferring here. She took care of her family while having an internship, serving as an RA for family housing, and has a job waiting for her at RBC Bearings. Karen made sacrifices, but she did it, and she's among those who will be walking across the stage today to receive her diploma. Her story is one of triumph, perseverance, and grit. But the truth is, we all have a bit of this person in us. We have faced personal obstacles that have caused us to question ourselves and our decisions. But I stand before you to tell you today that we are enough. You are all more than enough. This roller coaster has us coming out stronger than ever before, and I can't wait to see the impact we will have on the world. Remember all that hard work that got you here, the late nights, the study jam sessions, and relationships we made along the way. SHIP spent hours preparing to host their first ever power brunch to create networking opportunities for students. SAE practically lived in the machine shop to build their first electrical car. SWE worked tirelessly to host Bourns Engineering Day, one of UCR's largest community outreach events. It took planning, networking, and sleepless nights to bring this work to life. Marlan and Rosemary Bourns had the dream of one day creating opportunities for successful engineers, and they did by building BCOE. To this day, the Bourns family, alumni, and donors continue to support that dream, just as our families are here celebrating ours today. My parents work long hours in janitorial jobs, cleaning apartments and hospital rooms. Seeing them work hard for my sisters and me motivated me every day and got me where I am today. They taught me the importance of education and hard work. I recently asked them if they knew what I was studying, and their response was, something with engineering? To them, the what doesn't matter, so long as we are happy and making the world a better place. No matter what goals or dreams we set for ourselves, our families are there supporting us along the way. Today's graduation is as much for me as it is for my parents. Due to their love and support, I will become a first-generation college graduate and the first engineer in my family. I love roller coasters, and my dream of one day wanting to build one got me interested in mechanical engineering. But then I walked into Dr. Guillermo Aguilar's lab, and everything changed. I look forward to starting UCR's PhD program in his lab this summer. But we are all going into exciting futures, like Paul Carbajal, who will be contributing to the medical field by working at CAP Medical. Or Angelica Franco, who will be working for Raytheon. And Philip Kaishin Kawada, who will be starting work at Google this summer. Along the way, we have met people who have helped us. And today we will take the next step in our careers as a new generation of engineers will board the BCOE roller coaster. Be that person others were to you. Come back, visit, support student organizations, serve as a classroom guest speaker, develop an internship program where you work. We will forever be a part of the BCOE family, and your role continues to be an important one. Let's celebrate what UCR and BCOE has given to each of us, and let's celebrate what we've given to each other. Thank you to all of you, and congrats to the class of 2019.
Thank you, Ms. Alvarez. It's my honor to introduce this evening's keynote speaker, David Tsai. David is a partner in Pillsbury Winthrop Shaw Pittman LLP's San Francisco office and co-leads the firm's Taiwan practice. David represents leading technology corporations in patent and complex commercial litigation. He has served as president of the Silicon Valley Intellectual Property Law Association and Asian American Bar Association, and has received a number of accolades, including recognition by the California State Legislature for his civil rights work. David is a board member of UCR Foundation and serves on the Bourns College of Engineering Dean's Council of Advisors. His late father, Dr. Lung-Wen Tsai, was a presidential chair professor right here at Bourns. Please join me in welcoming Mr. David Tsai.
Thank you, Dean Lynch, for those kind words. Congratulations, BCOE class of 2019. What a diverse class you have. I am honored to celebrate this graduation with you. You have achieved great success in graduating from one of the world's best universities. My family and I have always respected this university and the BCOE. When UCR offered my late father, Longwin Sai, a position here at UCR in 2000, he quickly accepted the position. He was excited to work with the undergraduate students and help create the graduate program here. He was excited to share his expertise in mechanisms, robotics, and engines with the students and faculty here. He was especially impressed with the students because they were inquisitive, pragmatic, and curious, and very much like him. Smart, first to college, a minority, and having a strong desire and motivation to succeed, like your student speaker today, Crystal Alvarez. Let me share you today 6 lessons my father gave me and which has helped me succeed. Growing up on a vegetable farm in Taiwan, my father was the youngest of 12 children. Despite staying up really late at night to do his homework, he had to wake up before the sun rose every morning so that he could help his family pick vegetables in their muddy and sweaty hot fields. My grandfather was very strict and wanted every single of his child to learn what the land meant and what hard work was. My father had to work with their one water buffalo, plowing the fields, had to get stuck in the deep manure and fertilizing the gardens and farm. He had to pick vegetables early in the morning and take them to the market. He had to haggle with people and tell them that these vegetables were the best and they were sweeter or tastier and cheaper than the stall next door. And then my father would quickly get his school uniform on. He went to public school, but they required uniforms and they required his shoes. But because they didn't have very much money, he ran to school barefoot. And when he got to school, he quickly pulled out his shoes, wiped them off nice and shiny, put them on, and combed his hair over. My father always showed up on time and neat. So the first lesson is work hard, show up on time, and be neat. Sure, my father overcame many obstacles to obtain the many achievements he had. He graduated top of his high school class and top of his college class. Encouraged by his teachers and his eldest brother, who recognized his talent and his intelligence, my father knew he had to leave Taiwan and come to the US to further his education in engineering. Upon coming to the US, he obtained his PhD from Stanford University, where he also met my mother. They got married, and my father became a US citizen. My father's first job was with HB, building one of those big commercial printers. He enjoyed that, but his true passion was cars. So he then went to GM, where he helped build some of the first robotic arms for their assembly line. He also invented a 4-speed automatic transmission, which GM patented and then licensed to Ford, which was then implemented in more than 6 million cars in the US. My father also achieved one of the highest honors in his field while he was at GM. He obtained the Melville Award. When he got that award, his PhD advisor at Stanford called him up and said, "Isn't it time for academia?" My father said, "Sure." And he joined the faculty of University of Maryland with no teaching experience, and they gave him tenure. In 2000, he joined the faculty of Riverside. He was so excited to come here. He was so excited to proudly work with undergraduate students and graduate students. And I remember one of the last memories I had of my father was him working with a SAE Baja car and him racing around over there where the Winston Chung building is, which used to be a parking lot, with his cool transition shades on and smiling at what the students had accomplished. Lesson number 2, live the American dream and wear some cool shades. Although my dad had many paper achievements, I think one of his greatest achievements was raising my sister and me. They always put us first. When my dad decided to move from California to the blistery cold winters of Michigan so that he could pursue his interests in cars, my dad knew we would have to fit in. It was not easy. We were minorities in a predominantly white community in the suburbs of Detroit, growing up in the 70s and the 80s. My parents shielded us from overt racism we encountered. Being the polite Taiwanese Americans they would brush off racist comments. They were especially targeted and mistreated as being dumb because they spoke English with an accent. Sadly, my parents believed they deserved these acts upon them because they just simply thought it was such a privilege to live here in the United States. So my parents found ways to cope and avoid such confrontation. One way was to make sure that we outwardly appeared like everyone around us. My parents would take my sister and me to Sears and JCPenney to buy t-shirts and Nike shoes so that we fit in our classes and look just like our classmates. When my dad dropped me off in his puke green Chevy, I would have my He-Man lunchbox with a juice box and a cheese snack and a sandwich just like all my other classmates. My parents wanted us to just fit in. Lesson number 3, be good to your family, treat your family well. But then in 1982, a young Chinese American assembly line worker named Vincent Chen was murdered just a few miles from our home. He was out celebrating his bachelor party with some friends that night at a bar in Detroit. 2 men who had recently been laid off at Chrysler came up to him and mocked him and called him Japanese. When he left that bar that evening, they were waiting for him outside in the parking lot. They were waiting for him with a bat. They used that bat and beat Vincent Chen to death. There was especially a lot of hatred towards the Japanese during that time because of the Japanese cars just entering the US market. But Vincent Chen was not Japanese, and he did not work for a Japanese company. He was American, and he worked for Ford. The perpetrators who committed this murder never served a day in jail. I remember seeing Vincent Chen's mother cry on national television during his funeral. My mother and father could no longer sit quietly and just cope. They gathered friends from around our neighborhood and throughout Detroit, people they did not know, strangers, and people from all backgrounds to come make signs, posters, and t-shirts calling for justice for this horrible, outrageous crime. I remember watching my parents on national television handing hands with their newfound friends, chanting justice for Vincent Chen and holding up the signs they made. I also remember my father holding an American flag. Although there never was justice for Vincent Chen, there was no more of an obvious way for my parents to teach my sister and me how important it was to be ourselves and to stand up for those who couldn't stand up for themselves here in America. My parents no longer stood back, but spoke out when they saw injustices. I learned from them to be more confident about who I was and to look after those who are not part of the majority here in the United States. In high school and college, I served as the president of the Chinese American Student Associations and found ways to bring together the other ethnic minorities so that we could stand up together to fight for equal rights. I truly was inspired by my father and my mother. Lesson number 4, speak out when you see injustices. Speak out for other minorities and those that are less fortunate. Life will never be as you predict, or we would all have a crystal ball and win the Mega Millions. In 2002, the day after Thanksgiving, my father suddenly died from a brain aneurysm. My father was 57, I was only 27. I felt lost. I felt like I was handed an unfair deck of cards for life. My father was my guiding light. Why was he taken away? Why did my friends still have their fathers and I no longer had a father? Why did I have to grow up so quickly and fill his shoes to take care of our family matters? Why didn't my dad get to finish what he wanted to do during his lifetime? why didn't my dad get to be the grandfather to my children? Lesson number 5, never take your family or the time you have for granted. When my mother and I found my father that day, my father's heart was still beating. I think he was waiting for us to say goodbye. I used those last few minutes with him and leaned in and talked to him. I whispered to him. I told him I loved him. I said, I love you, but I think there are things you're going to see about me that you might not like. I am gay. Although my father probably knew I was gay because he said just a few months before he passed away, David, it's okay. You could always adopt kids. I never wanted to disappoint him, so I never came out to him. I achieved straight A's for my father because he was very strict, and I didn't want to get any B's or even A minuses. Even though I graduated from Harvard College, I felt like a failure. I was sad for who I was and who I couldn't be. I did not want to disappoint my parents in that I would never have that large Taiwanese wedding with that Taiwanese American woman they had always hoped for. On graduation day, I simply went through the motions. I knew I was gay and thought I was a total failure because of that. I isolated myself. After college, I went to graduate school. There I continued my motions of doing well in my studies and graduate research. It was there, in my self-created isolation, I also contemplated suicide. I didn't understand why I was chosen to be gay, but I remembered how my parents fought for civil rights in the streets of Detroit, and I knew I needed to stay strong. I started volunteering for LGBTQ organizations, what helped me understand myself better. I finally realized I was lucky to be gay and Asian American because I understood what it meant to be a minority. I could also serve as a role model to many youth who also were facing the same struggles I did as a child. Like my parents, I also got to proudly march in a big city. I marched the streets of San Francisco for LGBT rights in the mid-2000s. I held an American flag and a rainbow flag. This eventually led to my legal career, where I had an opportunity to work on LGBTQ rights as well. I worked on the Supreme Court cases involving the same-sex marriage cases, and I got to work on many LGBTQ asylum cases to help immigrants come into this country. When I attended my 10th year college reunion, my college roommate Frank came up to me and said, Dave, you look so different. I was like, what? What are you talking about? He said, Dave, you finally look truly happy. Lesson number 6, come out if you haven't yet, class of 2019. That is, please come out as your authentic self. The best way to succeed is by succeeding as the authentic you. You will never be the authentic you if you let society dictate who you are. Exam scores, grades, the schools you go to, the groups that you hang out with just because you think they're popular do not make who you are. You yourself uniquely are who you are. And only you will finally be able to succeed if you find your authentic selves and understand who you truly are. So be your authentic selves, please. Follow your true passions and soar as the engineers you came here to be, just like what my father did. So class of 2019, don't just make your parents and your family proud. Make yourselves proud of who you are by achieving your success through your authentic self. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Tsai, for your inspiring message. Graduates, we are now at the moment you have been working so hard toward, the conferral of your degrees. First, we will confer the master's degrees and then the bachelor's degrees. Sean Bowler, Dean of the Graduate Division, will present the master's degree candidates.
Thank you, Provost Larive. The Master of Science degree is awarded to those who have completed a rigorous program of advanced studies and have achieved a superior record of academic accomplishment. Master of Science degree candidates, please rise. Chancellor Wilcox, as Dean of the Graduate Division, I have the honor to present these candidates who have met all the requirements for the degree of Master of Science and are deemed worthy of this distinction.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I confer upon you your Master of Science degree with all the insignia, rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Master's degree graduates, please take your seat until you are called to the platform. Now, Dean Lynch will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees.
The bachelor's degrees conferred by the University of California attest to the scholastic achievement and represent the university's fulfillment of its duty of teaching. Bachelor's degree candidates, please rise and remain standing as I announce your major. Bioengineering. Chemical engineering. Computer engineering. Computer science. Computer science business applications. Electrical engineering. Environmental engineering. Material science and engineering. And mechanical engineering. Chancellor Wilcox, as Dean of the Marlan and Rosemary Bourns College of Engineering, I'm honored to present these candidates who have met all requirements for the degree Bachelor of Science and are deemed worthy of this distinction.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the insignia, rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Bachelor's degree candidates, please take your seat until your row is dismissed to the platform. Aaron Bouchong, Administrative Director of University Honors, will introduce the graduates.
Graduates, family members, and friends, we are very proud of the accomplishments of each and every graduate who is here today. So to ensure that each graduate's name can be heard clearly, we ask that you refrain from using your cell phones and remain in your seats until all of the graduates have been individually recognized and the ceremony concludes. The master's degree recipients are
Matthew William Kuhn, Anthony De La Torre, Dhruvin Bijalbai Shah, Kevin Patrick Stevens, Nicholas Tyler Villaseñor, Irene Santiago Tierno, Nima Masudipur, Karma Farhat, Armin Moridi, Robert Daniel Aceves, Jihui Shah, Runjie Wu, Sayantan Vadori Dibo, Alexander Wynn, Aaron Sanders, Joseph Redenius, Mina Gabor, Andrea Claire Goldberg, Ryan Thomas, Brendan Robbie Sanders, Manik Sethi, Alejandra Nahum Ayala Oviedo, Nut Nopakau Sangnimit, Hao Min Lee, Yun Kai Tang, Brett Harkusha, John Clark Gettings II, Gregory Allen Brower, Claudio Patricia Andrade, Xiao Li, Abdul Rahman Bukhari, E. Ju, Sandeep Suresh Sebastian, Vashishta Bhatt, Pratik Gambhir, Abhay Singh, Sanika Ravindra Nishandar, Kamalika Podar, Pratik Chindodi Rajashekar, Garrett Joseph Kassler, Christian Seha, Sean Gorman, Rigoberto Giles, Dan Bao, Amrit Singh Mangat, Paul Rodriguez, Frank Angeles, Henry Siu, Jared Joseph Hogeven, Calvin Vance Liu, Kaveh Kamgar, Gershom Richards, Kimberly Ashley Sobin, Joel Moreno, Chien Huang, Caroline Grace Thierry, Yue Ju, David Yu, Jameson Ju, Alexis Aguilar, Emmanuel Christopher Habor, Raj Patel, Gautam Mani, Madhav Diwakar, Amruta Savant, Harish Gona Batula, Sai Prakash Reddy Bijive Mula, Manjunath Shiva Shankarappa, Mugdha Patil, Siddharth Arun.
Please join me in congratulating our newest master's degree graduates. The bachelor's degree recipients are
Christopher Michael Rodriguez, Marcos Jareth Moran Cabrera, cum laude, Thomas Madsen, Brian Patrick Sullivan, Evan Alexander Jauregui, Hakam Kais, cum laude, Vlad Azrian, Zara Koshnevis, Jesus Alonso Anaya Jr., Michael Amaraut, Luis Angel Flores, Joseph Anthony Frausto, Emmanuel Gutierrez Alfonso, Chong Lee, Alexander William Shen, Emilio Alejandro Barrero, Benjamin Long, Brian Natividad Dizan, Carlos Gomez Jr., Roberto Carlos Almeida, Nathaniel Joseph Ciaron, Justin Kenneth Hoover, magna cum laude, Brandon Yang, Christopher Allen Roundtree, Sonia Vanessa Gomez, Chad Andrew Younger, magna cum laude, Thomas Eckel, Jarl Ramos, Annie Du, Nicholas Volden, Wahid Sharifi, Aaron Aliaga, Zachary Lyons, Matthew Markey, Albert Zenon Fernandez, Sawyer Kevin De Kaiser, cum laude, Travis Daniel Valley, Mubin Naz, Faizul Hamid Sahib Sada, Samuel Edward Castaneda, Mohammed Salah Fayyad, Justin Ryan Doss, magna cum laude, Derek Saylor, cum laude, Juan Gerardo Ruelas Jr., Austin Tung, Anthony Varelas, Hyun Kyun Ju, Dan Michael Benis Zarati, Hector Jimenez Jr., Brandon Jesse Herrera, cum laude, Parsikon Humvich, Joshua Pedrone, Kenneth Farrell, Thomas Shields, Patrick Tambukan, Chester Lau, Kyle Justin Estrada Semelka,
Ethan Valdez,
Stephen Wynn, summa cum laude, Rogelio Vasquez III, Edgar Ortega Alonso, Nina Colleen Nestor,
Joseph Edward Gonzalez Diaz,
Miguel Robledo, Michelle Lai, Brittany Moon,
Jeffrey Nguyen,
Antonius Fernando Pangabin, magna cum laude. Kushagra Singh Sachin, magna cum laude. Joshua Wilson, Nikki Yu, Joshua William Riley, magna cum laude. Jesus Reynoso, cum laude. Kingsley Zhujian Xie, Tasmia Kazi, cum laude. Benjamin Kurt Rammelsberg, summa cum laude. Nicholas Pham, summa cum laude. Aaron Chi, magna cum laude. Angelica Franco, cum laude. Vanessa Correa, Joshua Etienne Recinos, summa cum laude. John Charles Rebogio Ban, Abdullah Abdusami, Ryan Alexander Eusebio, Nicholas Ojuan Cho, Sebastian Miguel Gomez, Tia Borja, cum laude. Vanessa Hernandez, cum laude. Rayed Ahmed, cum laude. David Rangel, Kent Arroyo, Scott Allen Leach, Brian Saldivar, Maverick Emiliano Guzman, Nathaniel Thomas Gill, Kiavash RF, Sun Cho,
Kevin Guan,
Hayden Andrew Dahl, Carter John Young, Matthew Eric Batson, Denton Joseph Iverson, Robert Zachary Van Grin, Eric McConnon, Ryan Wishner, Dustin Nguyen, Rachel Minchian Wiggins, James Gordon Pfaff, Zhong Jian, Santiago Kirchfeld, John Spencer Josie, Martin Christian Cruz Arandia, Christopher Soriano, cum laude. Nicola George Callis, magna cum laude. Derek Wolf Haynes, Vivian Juan Fan Haynes, Matthew Scudder, Sam Diaz, Stacy Janelli Eng, Alan Viet Win, Ikenna Kennedy Nikwacha, Jack Gatfield, Rishi Kodukula, Coulter Mulvihill, Alexander Nicholas Martinez, Rodora May Villanueva, Jordan Thomas Jones, Dayong Lin, cum laude, Luke Hura, Nicholas Barker, cum laude, Luis Salomon, Kevin Garcia, James Mitchell DeGraw, Gabriel Malabor, Rafe Ahmed, Juana Pelayez Sanchez, Tin No, Ruby Ma, Adrian Tran, Danish Arora, David Fang, cum laude, Catherine Way, Jose Peralta, Jesse Garcia, Chuk Hung Lee, Juan Francisco Pedrosa, Don Hyung Ji, Matthew James Lekiara, Kyle McCarthy, Matthew G. Choi, Kyle Choi, Timothy Lam, cum laude, Reed Watanabe, magna cum laude, Jonathan Karyin Lam, Vince Nu Lu, Patrick Mascarino Lagunda, Jamie Y. Chu, Alexander Manzano, Jonathan Cao Chin, Christopher Cao, Kyle Reiharb, Jensen Ray Agony, Pavan Singh Bogal, Stephen Anthony Espinoza, cum laude, Jeanette Bravo Valencia, Alexandra Rodriguez, Oscar Damian, Kevin Yao, Rodrigo Garcia, Tamor Mohammed, Brian Estrada, James Paul Gallagher, Joseph Gozum, Uriel Salvador Escobar, Caroline Lee, Calvin Kwong, Alejandro Garcia Morales, Karen Monica Escareno, Morgan Lytle, Alec Flommer, cum laude, Kevin Tron Lay, Justin Dang, Curtis Smith, Henry Hua, Sarah Liu, Peter Parsedayan, Sean Matthew Pickman, Luis Fernando Enriquez Contreras, Joel Borja Jr.,
Koa Dang Tran,
Kausen Tran, Ziwing Choi, cum laude, Jonathan Mason Murad, Stephanie Cruz, Justin Lam, Richard Anthony Romero, cum laude, Robert Parker Wells, Vincent Huynh, Anthony Michael Valverde, Alexander Joseph Rossier, Taylor Che,
Ryan Wilson,
Lee Su-chen, Crystal Alvarez, Paul Carbajal Jr., Gabriel J. Orduña, Karen Johanna Bojorquez, Yvette Salazar, Natalie Rosales Espitia, Manuel Aceves, Jose G. Gonzalez, Jorge Luis Gonzalez Ruiz, cum laude, Rolando Guzman, Kathleen Kim Vu, Christina Alma, Alan Flores Estrellado, Luis Villa, Benjamin Daunt, Fahim Mohammed Haq,
Augustine Moran Carmona,
Jeffrey Serafika Reyes, Ryan Matthew D., Yu Ko, Chun Yan Tan, Matthew Cheng, Ray Tamaoka, Nicholas Valentine Injev, Stephen Yang, Kevan Dejpash, Tahir Gadimov, Sung Bin Jun, Juan Carlos Guardado II, Christopher Jonathan Lee, Daniel Murphy Gonzalez, magna cum laude, Olivia Brandt, cum laude, Vincent Kim Tran, Gustavo Jaime Correa, Rupert E. Schultz Wilson II, George Ibrahim, Peter Botros, cum laude, Dabin Huang, Akash Palala, Jeffrey Kalimbo Atayan, John Michael James Gutierrez, Peter J. Kim, Kishan Sunil Nadashia, Yash Patel, Gurkaran Singh Randawa, Estevan Valencia Rivera, Jack Andrew Maynard, magna cum laude, Dylan Hoon, Jia Jie Yu, Yeun Cho, Dae Hyun Kim, Anthony Chen, Sohail Gami, Alan Jason Bagby, Eric Pham, Esmeralda Guadalupe Mendoza, Carla Valeria Penny Quintero, Brandon Rivera, Daniel Aleman, Daniel Becerra, Miguel Villegas, Adam Ebeltoft, Raymond Moreno, Zohaib Khan, Albert Gomez, Samuel Rongshun Seyono, cum laude, Daniel Martinez, Jonathan Malvin, Daniel Zaragoza, cum laude, Cassandra Simas, cum laude, Jacob Allen Palmer, cum laude,
Devin Thorne,
Michelle Ho, Haley T. Phuc Vu, Rosa Zheng Lu, Sabrina Victoria Aitken, Ruben Ernesto Teno, Norma Menjivar Cervantes, Austin Mock, cum laude, Becky Chan, Samantha Olivia Hansen, Vivian No, Victoria Lan Do, Yusef Halawa, Jasmine Lopez, Edward Thomas Simas, Amir Farah, Patrick Damon Curtis Collins Jr., Marlo Belden Zeroth, Joshua David Casanova Madrid, David Scott Swanson, Christopher J. Yol Hoon, Adriel Bustamante, Jonathan Gershon Wolf, Raktan Hawk, Emily Huang, Jessica Gonzalez, magna cum laude, Elijah Joseph Marchese, Anna Karen Gallegos Anchondo, Brianna Lee Magallanes, Francis Allen Plana Laseste, Neil Tiwari, Nika Angela Salva Galarosa, Kiana Perez, Lola Stephanie Herrera, Neelam Patel, Alina Perez Gonzalez, Sabrina K. Chu,
Giovanni Armando Aranda,
Alon Yave Halfan, summa cum laude, Anthony Nguyen, Siddharth Sai, cum laude, Obeid Khan, cum laude, Manuel Tamraz, Nolan Winicki, magna cum laude, Maher Gerbian, cum laude, Hannah Wyatt, Kira Taylor,
Christina Rodriguez,
Drishti Bardwaj, magna cum laude, Melanie Marie Beltran, Luis Gutierrez Batalla, Alexander Tuasen, Mark Magid Estefanos, David Creighton, cum laude, Isabella Alexis Bagdasarian, Cindy Gurgis, Veronia Hanna, Tiba Al-Wahib, Benny Pham, Aro Mankad, John Pham, cum laude, Harley D. Ciazar, Natasha Shing Ori, Wendy Lee, Venkat Pratipati, Hasith Sanka, Caitlin Shee, Andrew Toe, Agustin Balkin, cum laude, Timaru Christian Provençal, cum laude, Joshua Zenerosa, Arav Batra, Brianna Joy Lee, Lawrence Yuen, Jay Yim, Justin Yu, Apollo Trong, Sydney TJ San, Huber Alejandro Ochoa, Richard Siegfried Rangel Jr., Jonathan Kaneshiro, Andrew Cruz, Qian Wu,
Melissa Esteban Santos,
Chung Chin, Marcos Miranda, Brandon Tran, Ryan Kalani Yuzuki, Emmanuel J. Chu, Silly Guo, cum laude, Sasha Inayat Moshref, Siddharth Menon, summa cum laude. Omar Peraza, magna cum laude. Dipti Patel, magna cum laude. Douglas Ewan Kirscher, cum laude. Scott Alexander Manstri Patanakul. Shivam V. Kardani. Alexander Weinrich. Austin Ryan Hezon. Jessica O. Christy Dye. Brian Andrew Z. Rahul Agarwal.
Chris Tucker.
Suzette Lopez Saz. Ryan Cinnamon. Kira Ryan Donahue, cum laude. Justin Liu. Samantha Pham Aldaba. Sarah Yu. Villain Jake Balmilero Valdez. Jonathan Lamb. James Juan. Wesley Poon, summa cum laude. Chiamaka Mary Jane Oforjebe. Nai Kao. Hannah Lynn. Tanvi Jariwala, cum laude. Cristal Abutin Mariano. Isaac Menchaca. Jessica Carolina Leon. Mary Camille Ibanez, summa cum laude. Lynn Tran, magna cum laude. Raymond Cruz Ricafort. Jocelyn Hong Hiromi Kiyama. Andre Castro. Kevin Champaglia. Vanessa Cam Lee. Benjamin Cherian Koshi. Patrick Nguyen. Andrea Cruz Castillo. Austin Leong. Matthew William Lebouvier. Edward Francis Zabrinski, magna cum laude. William Xiao, magna cum laude. Jerry J.Kai Jung, magna cum laude. Kenan D. Renard, summa cum laude. Daniel Lawrence Stinson Dees, magna cum laude.
Alexander Wilkins.
Jonathan Chi, magna cum laude. Marvin Cao, summa cum laude. Joshua Beto, summa cum laude. Mario Gonzalez Salazar. Brayton Buckley, cum laude. Ray Feng Zhang. Jennifer Shin. Christopher Sejun Yi. Vidhi Jain. Nisha Mantala. Sabrina Rachel Wong, Brianna Nguyen, Christopher Chin-Ba Win, Kyle Banda, Brad Kai, cum laude, Andrew Lvovsky, cum laude, Michael Bradley, cum laude, Ross A. McGuire, Sean Dorr, Stanley Moorthet, Jonathan Ho, Jasmine Kwong, magna cum laude, James Yen, cum laude, Nathaniel Lau, Kevin Austin Arcos, Jordan Ryan Kayaban Toledo, Derek June Park O, Benjamin Pham, Anam Kazmi, Amani Sastri, cum laude, Jayapriya Vengadesan, Veronica Raja, Danyal Naeem, Jay Gandhi, Devang Patolia, Shiv Sunil Parikh, Ashley Josephine Thomas, Victoria Abdurrahmanov, Christian Pomales, Fei Yao Li, magna cum laude, Andrew Munoz, summa cum laude, Joseph Park, Philip Kaishin Kawada, Catherine Paragas Pasalo, Rotem Werner, Jocelyn Zarko, Tamir Habari, Andrew Pirelli, cum laude, Kevin Chen, Hernor Singh, Hasiel Manuel Jimenez, Antonio Martinez, Ryan Pecor, Justin Alexander Shopik, cum laude, Sarah Rose Whitelaw, cum laude, Brenda Boudet, Ian Bonafedi, Alan Christian Partono, magna cum laude, Patrick Porter, Marvin De La Cruz, Christian Joshua Flores Perez, Sabrina W. Chen, Annie Cho, Zhengxing Enoch Lin, magna cum laude, Yi Chao Chen, Adrian Harminto, Brennan James Hall, Benjamin Jiaje Lee, Akil Silla, Hector Barajas, Anderson Xiangyu Ju, Dong Uk Park, Kelly Quach Lu, Stephen Fan, cum laude, Mark Zemlani, Kazi Rahman, Tarun Motwani, Brandon Liu, Saul Plateros Lopez, Kelvin Kang Trong Ta, Audrey Elaine Durr, Justin Chandra, Eric Chang, Dakota Welchel, Damian Ronald Turner, summa cum laude, Christian Tram, cum laude, Alex Tay, Gabriel Mitchell Gomez, Joshua Sun, cum laude, Andrew Yuen, Jerry Zhu, Richard Luong, Lorenzo Alamillo.
This concludes the presentation of bachelor's degree graduates. Please join me in congratulating them.
Congratulations, graduates. I now invite Austin Mock to the podium to lead the traditional tassel turning ceremony.
Thank you, Provost Larive. To my fellow graduates in the class of 2019, we've made it. We are the future engineers, businessmen, and problem solvers of society. With the power of our degrees, we have the ability to engineer the world around us and do anything that we put our minds to. I have no doubt that our class will be the one that changes the planet for the better. I would like to take this time to also thank my family, friends, and brothers that got me to where I am today, AEKDB. With that being said, bachelor degree graduates, please rise and join me as I turn my tassel from the right to the left to symbolize the realization of our bachelor degrees. Thank you. I love the energy. Congratulations to my fellow class of 2019 graduates.
Success in college depends on support from family and friends. Please join me in thanking all those who have helped you reach this day. Before we conclude, I would like to recognize the many volunteers who have given up their evening so we can enjoy this beautiful ceremony. Please join me in thanking them. And now, to conclude this evening's ceremony, Ms. Francesca Hall will lead us in singing our alma mater, Hail, Fair UCR. The words are printed in your program and displayed on the video screens. Will everyone please stand?
All Alrighty. Please join me in singing our alma mater. UCR, fair alma mater, jewel of old UC. Fiat lux, a shining vision, light to set minds free. Seeking ever, yielding never, old Scots near and far. Waft our love back to the highlands. Hail, fair UCR. Orange trees blooming in the highlands. Boyd Tower chimes ring clear. Standing tall twixt mount and desert, Scots all hold her dear. Seeking ever, yielding never, old Scots near and far. Waft our love back to the highlands. Hail, fair UCR.
Thank you for joining us. Please remain in your seats until the administrative party, faculty, and all the graduates have recessed. Thank you.
Far off in sunlit places, sad are the Scottish faces, yearning to feel the kiss of sweet Scottish rain, where tropic skies are beaming. Love sets the heart adrift again. Land of my high endeavor, land of my shining river, land of my heart forever, Scotland the brave.